Ever notice how you real close somebody wasn't around? You shouldn't have fucked with them. That's me.
And welcome to Chris's Chaos. I am your host, Chris Cortez, and this is your review of the G1 Climax Night 1 held July 15th at the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Arena located in Toyohira-ku, Sapporo, Japan. Man, it's been a minute since I recorded. Okay, been a few weeks. Got married. Boom. Got my ring on June 23rd. I was hoping to kind of maybe record Forbidden Door. That wasn't going to happen, especially between the wedding and the honeymoon. Went to Costa Rica. Was fantastic. Highly recommend it. Beaches in Tamarindo. La Fortuna with the jungles and the animals, the sloths, the monkeys, frogs, lizards everywhere. Great time. Hanging bridges. Did some zip lining, whitewater rafting. Oh yeah, it was fantastic. So, and recording this morning, July 16th. I was gonna even start watching Night 2 last night because it came on at like 1 in the morning. I was like, but I tried recording this for Night 1, and with my new headset, my new Steel Series Nova Pro. I have to install the program, the Sonar GG, and set that up actually in order to get this thing going. I'm gonna have to take my computer to my IT department. Yes, I use my work computer. So what do you want me to do? I got to do this, but I make my recordings, and it's gonna be useful. It's gonna be useful for all kinds of things, including gaming. Yes, been playing a little bit more Octopath Traveler. Almost, I want to say I'm getting close to finishing that, maybe about 75% on the Xbox One. And I'm gonna get Octopath Traveler 2, play that on PS5. But we're not here to talk about just about gaming or honeymoons or weddings. We're here talking about the G1 Climax. Yes, it is underway, and Night 1 was good. Okay, right off the bat, let me just talk about some good matches. The top match, I would have to give it up to Taichi and Will Ospreay. Fantastic match, just the progression of it, a lot of twists and turns. We're going to get into detail about that match. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. So if you watched it, I'm telling you right now, I loved it. Very happy with Taichi. The titles of as you know, probably the biggest surprise of this night was that Taichi defeated Will Ospreay coming out of Forbidden Door, winning the IWGP US Championship from Kenny Omega. He came out looking like $1 million, like he was on top of the world, but Taichi had to knock him down a peg or two. So that was a great match. I liked the match 2. Okay, that was match. It was match 4. My bad. Shota and Umino versus Ren Narita. Great match. We'll get into that. I want to cover that a little more closely and talk about that. Tanga versus KENTA. A lot of fun. And YOSHI-HASHI. First match was fun against El Phantasmo. And very happy with that. I really enjoyed SANADA versus Hikuleo. Hikuleo's a beast. Okay? You all know he's a giant. This guy is a giant. And he can move. He can go. And what about Tsuji? Yota Tsuji versus Kaito Kiyomiya. Kiyomiya, kind of a sleeper here because I'm not familiar with him at Pro Wrestling Noah. He showed up and did really good. They had a great match. So we're gonna get into it now in detail. Night 1, that like I said, it was held in the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Arena, Toyohira-ku, Sapporo, Japan. Holds about 8,000 people. Looked like it was almost sold out. Looked like it was almost packed. Okay, so that's good. There's a good crowd, nice little crowd. Wasn't crazy or anything, but it was what you expect from a New Japan Pro Wrestling audience. First match with the B Block, YOSHI-HASHI versus El Phantasmo. First, I was like, they're starting with B Block, but then I got thinking about it. Oh, SANADA, he's in the A Block. He's gonna go last. So we got the B Block first, and ELP comes out with that E L P. I like that. I'm getting more familiar with ELP. Every time I watch this guy, I'm liking him more and more. El Phantasmo. That name comes. By the way, he got that name from a song in White Zombie. Okay, there was a song on the Astro Creep album, and it's called El Phantasmo. Let's see. It's if you know White Zombie, okay, the songs for White Zombie. I'm over here looking it up. What El Phasmo track list? Let's see. He's El Phantasmo and the Chicken Run Blast Rama. Man, I always saw El Phantasmo because a lot of the names of White Zombie and of course Rob Zombie songs, their names are very like kind of a little obscure, definitely comprehensive. And they're long, but they're fun to say. Oh, El Phantasmo and the Chicken Run Blasto-Rama. He got that name from White Zombie, from Astro Creep, and his one of his maneuvers. When I first really thought about it, I was like, he got a move called the Thunder Kiss 86, and I was like, whoa, that's definitely something from Thunder Kiss 65. So. Then it all started to make sense to me. I was like, oh, wait a minute. His name's El Phantasmo. Where I've heard that before. Okay, enough. YOSHI-HASHI versus El Phantasmo. ELP starts with his chants to the crowd, and they're loving it. And they're chanting ELP. And he hands out, lends out his hand to shake YOSHI-HASHI's hand. They shake hands, and everything's nice. Both faces just being cool. Commentators, Kevin Kelly, he goes over the time limit of New Japan, and he was essentially covering the going over it was Chris Charlton and Kevin Kelly. They're going over the 20-minute time limit and how it's playing a factor. I like that, and how now there's the best of each block. The two best of each block will go into a tournament with semifinals, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals, which I like. I like that a lot. So it's going to be interesting. I'm definitely going to try. I'm going to mostly go after these first two nights as far as recording goes, kind of get a few in there. I have a surgery on Wednesday, and we will see what happens after that. But right into it. YOSHI-HASHI, El Phantasmo, ELP. Okay? They shake hands, and then there's a shoulder block by ELP. Then a headhunter by YOSHI-HASHI, drop kick by ELP, and a pin attempt, only two, vertical suplex and a pin attempt by ELP, another 2 count only, elbow strike, body slam, elbow drop from the second rope, and 2 pin attempts. This match is much more methodical than before. Okay, it's than you would imagine. It's not like a fast pace, go go go. It's methodical. It's very slow. I've noticed that. The commentators noticed that, and they're saying essentially, it's G1 Climax. Everybody's a little more careful in the match. Everything's so serious. Everything's so much more at stake. So let's see. ELP is then stepping on. At one point, ELP is stepping on YOSHI-HASHI's hand. Okay, after his pinfall, and then a snapmare kick to the back, front kick to YOSHI-HASHI, big chop in the corner. Then ELP throws YOSHI-HASHI to the corner, and then starts wooing like Sting. You can tell he's getting a little bit too playful. And he finally runs. When he finally does run to YOSHI-HASHI, he's met with a low drop kick to the knee. Drops ELP, does YOSHI-HASHI, and Hashi gets set up for like a series of attacks, including like a clothesline in the corner, chops a neck breaker followed by a pin attempt, a back body. He leads up with a back body drop, clothesline outside the ring. And then he goes for a front flip over the top rope, and that looked good. Back in the ring, top rope, blockbuster by Yoshi-Hashi and a pin attempt. He's getting frustrated already, Yoshi-Hashi. He wants to take him out. He wants to take ELP out. Hashi goes for the Kumagurashi and is blocked. ELP hits the Northern Lights with the bridge. ELP attempts something. It looked like he was attempting the Thunder Kiss 86 and does hit the crossbody and lion salt. Look good. And gets Hashi up for the UFO neckbreaker. Loose, very casual pin. Only 2. Chops by Yoshi-Hashi, however. Then a great series of chops and a super kick by ELP. Thunder Kiss, he hits it, 86. Pin attempt, looks great, but only 2. Roll-up exchanges between the two. Very close on one of them by Yoshi-Hashi. Kicks by ELP, a great kick and a clothesline by Hashi. And then Hashi hits that crucifix for a pin. Victory. Yoshi-Hashi, night 1, 1-0. He goes up against Okada, night 2. That happened last night. Want to watch it today. As soon as I get a chance, then I'll try to do that review later tonight. Okay? Versus Okada. Hashi versus Ospreay. I'm sorry, that's night 3. My bad. We're going to go over night 2. I keep forgetting that there's 4 blocks. It's not like Super Junior where it's every night. I mean, they're doing it every other night. I appreciate that. I wish that Super Junior had 4 blocks. G1 Climax has 4 blocks, and they are going to do this, what is it? Like 21 days over the span of 19 nights over the span of like 29 days. I'm going to go over that, but it's amazing how much wrestling we're going to get for the next like 2-3 weeks. It's going to be amazing. Can't wait. I mean, I love it. I love G1. This is a great time. But I'm telling you, night 2 is stacked. But this was a good match. A great way to just start the whole thing. Very much appreciate ELP and Yoshi-Hashi's efforts. They did great. Match 2, Chase Owens versus Gabe Kidd. Kind of like I don't want to say my least. I mean, it was definitely like a quick match, but let's go over it. It started off with Gabe Kidd crashing into Chase Owens' entrance. They're both Bullet Club members. He hits him with a steel chair to the back, and they're members of the Bullet Club. What is Chase Owens doing? Oh, sorry, Gabe Kidd. My bad. What is Gabe Kidd doing? He looks to powerbomb Owens off the edge of the entrance ramp. I mean, he's trying to end this guy's career. They're on the same team. Kidd takes Owens to the ring. He opens up the rails. Okay, there's one like little rail island. Okay, and starts hitting him there. He set him up for something big. Young Lion's trying to stop him. He starts knocking them out. He goes back to the entrance ramp, runs full speed, and leaps into that little area. Okay, onto the Young Lions and Chase Owens. Crowd is clapping. They're like, all right, good job on that. Even though it's completely terrible what this guy is doing. Commentators, Chris Charlton and Kevin Kelly, they're just like, we're gonna get sued. It was pretty funny. I was enjoying it, but at the same time, I'm waiting. This is good storyline right here. I'm like, okay, Chase Owens has got to be pissed, and I wonder what David Finlay's thinking. He's probably thinking, is he thinking, oh, this is good? Yeah, take out the old guard, and I don't care about the old dudes. I don't know, but they finally get back in the ring. They finally get into the ring, okay, and the bell rings. But before that, Kevin Kelly gets Gabe Kidd. He approaches. He gets approached by Gabe Kidd. Does Kevin Kelly? He goes up. He gets on the mic. He goes, remember what Juice Robinson says about getting a Chinese woman after the show? I'm gonna get 3 women after the show. Just trying to one up Juice Robinson, trying to go over the top to the extreme. And finally, they're in the ring. Bell rings. Owen delivers some offensive strikes. Owens delivers a Marvel special. Lots of clothesline exchanges. Kidd hits that brainbuster for a pin attempt, and I thought that was it. Spits in the face of Owens. Really does spit in the face of Owens. It's just nasty. Owens does come back, though, with a series of strikes. He hits that package pile driver for the win. Chase Owens just basically like, survives Gabe Kidd's onslaught, and he lifts up Gabe Kidd's hand, does a little, Bullet Club Wolf Kit Pat kiss, and is just like lets his hand drop, and then tells Kevin Kelly, I don't know what's going on with Gabe Kidd. We got to talk about that, but it's Bullet Club business. I've been doing this through 3 eras now. I will survive all the eras. I'm Bullet Club for life, he says. So I like that. Interesting match, quick match. Nothing like technical or like, obviously it was just kind of like a quick kind of a spot fest. But it was cool. It was entertaining, and I look forward to seeing what goes on with Bullet Club. Of course, tomorrow, David Finlay. He's going to take on right off the top Tomohiro Ishii. First match. I can't wait for night 2. And we've got Tanga Loa versus Kenta. Okay, Tanga Loa comes out to his music. The Gorillas of Destiny. God, love it. Love that music. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. Love it. Love that beat. I play that music sometimes in the car when I'm going to run errands. All right, I gotta go into the cleaners. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody realer than Gorilla. That's real right there. Doing chores, doing errands. Okay, having to get go to the cleaners. Yes, and it's fun to play when you're hanging out with your buddies. Okay. It's good. I highly recommend that song as a playlist for a party night prep. Kenta comes out. Kenta's music is cool too. All right, it's pretty fun. And they get in the ring. They lock up. Clean breaks. Okay, a couple clean breaks. They lock up again. They're just, I guess, trying to establish this sense of clean break, clean wrestling. Kenta though rolls out of the ring. He knows that he is not the stronger of the two. Back in the ring, strikes by Kenta. Shoulder tackles, but to no avail. Loa does not budge. And then finally, Loa does hit Kenta with a shoulder block real quick. Takes down Kenta. Real quick. Costa Rican coffee, got it straight from the honeymoon. Using my French press. Delicious. Delicious. The only way I now want to drink my coffee is French press. And I love Costa Rican coffee. It's fantastic. So, had to get that in there. Kenta's essentially trying to evade Tanga Loa, get some space, and he does, okay? He gets to the leg of Tanga Loa, hits that dragon corkscrew from the outside of the ring. Tanga Loa is still in the ring, but his leg is on the edge of it. He hits that dragon corkscrew, does Kenta. Look great, look vicious, and then he proceeds to work on that knee, okay? Commentators start talking about the injuries of Tanga Loa and how he had to rehabilitate his knee, so he's going after it. Interesting enough, Tanga Loa is like, "You fucking bastard," to Kenta, "You bastard," and it was pretty funny. Not often do you see a guy get beat up on in the ring and talk trash to the guy who's beating his ass like the way that he does, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. You like basically saying, "You sick bastard, how could you do this to me?" It's great. It's great. Loa does finally, retaliate with sit down Uranagi. Look good. Falcon Arrow for a 2 count. Loa goes for a finisher. It's deflected though, and a DDT. The ref though is down. Kenta goes out, grabs the chair. What is he gonna do? He's gonna start attacking that knee. Strikes to the knee. Kenta goes at some point for a double stomp. He misses it, rolls right into Loa's lariat to the back. Look good. Jado, who's with Tanga Loa, does bring the ref back in the ring. Low in the quarter. He's speaking in tribal tongues, Samoan tongues. Goes for a roll up though. Okay, smart move. Kenta does the same, but with his feet on the ropes, and the ref notices. So he breaks that up. Ref does not notice a low blow that Kenta delivers, okay, while the ref's not looking in the corner. And a back fist. Kenta goes for GTS. It's blocked. And a back fist, though, by Kenta, but spear by Tanga Loa. Followed by his finisher for the victory. Kenta gets Great Okan next. And Tanga Loa, he gets Trying to remember. He gets Taichi. He gets Taichi tomorrow. Very good match. I'm looking forward to seeing who wins that one. So, both 1-0. Taichi and Tanga Loa. Very interesting. Great Okan and Kenta both 0-1. We'll talk about Great Okan. Should be good. Shota Umino, Ren Narita, match 4, A Block. Umino comes in from the side entrance. He's taking a page off of John Moxley. And the commentators mentioned that. Blackpool Combat Club is rubbing off on the Shota Umino. So, he's looking great. He does not look like no Blackpool Combat Club. He does not look like a street thug. He looks like a superstar, rocking his, white jacket and pants, a little bit of fur on the pants, something that, maybe Shawn Michaels would have rocked, okay? Look great. He looks great. Ren Narita, he is a Shibata clone, as the commentator said, and I agree. Just nothing but black singlet, or not singlet, but spandex, Speedo, okay, just a black Speedo. That's basically, Speedo tights. That's what I'm going to call it. And, and he is a submission specialist, much like Shibata. So they get in, okay. Forearm exchanges. Must have been like 20 exchanges between the two. They're just hitting each other. They continue to just beat the crap out of each other, onslaught each other for the next 2 minutes until finally it slows down. Umino hits a strong running drop kick to the chest of Narita. Beautiful takedown into a knee bar by Narita. Then another variation. He puts Shota Umino in. He continues to work the knee, but there's no stopping Narita from working the knee. Okay, he's just going to keep going. Okay, there's just no stopping. And that's just the way it went. In a figure 4 by Narita. Okay. Umino gets the ropes to the break. Narita goes for it again, but gets kicked off. Umino gets fired up, hits strike. Narita strikes back, gets drop face first. Running what looked like kind of like a flapjack, I guess you could say. Running shoulder block by Umino. He then throws him to the ropes for a running forearm into a fisherman suplex. Umino up top hits that missile drop kick into an STF. Look beautiful. Narita eventually makes it to the ropes. A suplex into a bridge by Narita. Kick out. Umino fires back with 2 crossroads. As I said it, 2 crossroads into an inverted suplex and a pin attempt. Umino drops Narita on the rope. Running forearm. Springboard DDT. Umino goes for the Death Rider. Gets countered with an exploder. Narita up first and hits another slam. Then gets him in the special number 3. Then it looked like a Boston thing. It looks like he goes to Boston Crab, Texas Cloverleaf, rope break by Umino. Okay, and under 5 minutes is called. Okay, and we're at this is the first match that has reached 15 minutes. Exploder exchange, German exchange. Like I said, exploder and German suplexes are being exchanged between the two. Both chop each other in the face. 3 minutes left. The warning, the timekeeper calls for 3 minutes. Strikes exchange. Enziguri by Narita. Dropkick by Umino. 2 minutes. And a tornado DDT by Umino. 2 minutes left. You know where this is going. Ignition by Umino. And Narita kicks out. Guillotine DDT. Again, Narita kicks out. 1 minute left. Cobra twist. Counters Death Rider. Shota Umino goes for that Death Rider. And it's countered into a Cobra twist. Into a German suplex. A forearm uppercut. And this match goes the full 20 minutes for the draw. So after a while, you could tell this was going to be the first match to go to a draw. I was just going to say I like Shota Umino's crossroads. I like the way he pulls it off. So I don't know if he has a name for that, but if you want to give me a comment section. Tell me what you think about. Give me some names, give me some info if you know. By the way, if you haven't already, please, give me a like button. Click on the like button. Really appreciate it that you are watching. It's very, I very much appreciate it. But go ahead and if you can, click the like on the thumbs up button in YouTube. Anywho, let's go on. Let's say so Narita takes on Yota, Tsuji, and Umino takes on SANADA for night 3, July 18th. 5th match, B Block, Kazuchika Okada versus Great-O-Khan. Okay, I like this match. This was fun. I haven't been watching that much of Great-O-Khan. I see him in tag matches, and that's about it. But this is the first time this is the most I've ever seen Great-O-Khan, and this is might be the first time I ever really watched him in a singles match, like closely. And I like it. I like it a lot. I'm a fan of Great-O-Khan now. He's made a mark out of me. Commentators are talking about the suffering that both competitors have recently endured. Of course, Kazuchika Okada recently lost to Daniel Bryan. Now, this is the time for me to just say it again. I did not think Okada should have lost to Daniel Bryan. A lot of you are going to be like, oh, wait, it's Daniel Bryan. He's coming into his house. It's coming out to that final countdown music. It's, Daniel Bryan's on top of the world. Okay, look. Any other night when I saw him come out to the final countdown like that, which by the way I'm not a mark for the final countdown. Okay, I remember when back in the day, like when back like around 2004, people my buddies, in the wrestling promotion when we were wrestling, they used to play that song, and I was like, why are you guys into this song? It's such a goofy song. I mean, it's funny, I like it, but I know now why they played that song, because of Daniel Bryan, and it's cool when he comes out. He makes that song probably cooler than it really is. Okay, that song is very corny. Okay, but it's cool when he comes out to it. He makes it work, and there, he looked badass. He's got his braid. I mean, Daniel Bryan looked perfect. Like, okay, I was like, he's probably gonna win this match, and the fans are just going nuts for him. But honestly, when you think about the stats and think about like who deserves to win this match, probably should have been Okada, and I would have to give it to him because the Okada, with his record, his win-loss record, it's in New Japan Pro Wrestling, he's probably got more. I mean, he's coming into the G1 Climax, 2-time winner. Okay, he's going for 3 in a row, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this whole thing. I would not be surprised if Kazuchika Okada becomes the first person to go 3 for 3. His records, his appearances in Wrestle Kingdom alone are up there with men like Roman Reigns and Hulk Hogan. Okay, in New Japan, and he can go. So when I say that this guy is the man in New Japan, I'm not just saying that like it's an opinion. I like Okada. I think I like him more and more nowadays than I did before. Much like John Cena. This guy is their poster child. So, if I had to say between the two, as far as who's the best wrestler, this moniker of who is the best wrestler in the world, give it to Okada. Okay, give the respect to this guy and what he's been doing for like the last several decades. Okay, and not like the first from 2000 to 2010. I'm talking about from 2010 to 2020. Okay, sorry Daniel Bryan, you were out for 4 years. You've done a lot of great stuff coming back, but you are not on the level of Okada. Okay, so and this is coming. I even like Daniel Bryan more than I like Okada, straight up. But so even I have to be objective about it. That being said, fifth match B Block. Sorry, Kazuchika Okada, Great Okan, and Great Okan commentators. They talk about his suffering. He has lost his first match in England. They mentioned it. Pro Wrestling Revolution. He lost apparently, and so he can't say that he's undefeated in England. Okay, well, both are suffering apparently. So when they go to lock up, they're kind of hesitant. Khan goes for the leg. He's trying to shoot for the leg. He goes again. He gets it, and it looks like he's trying to put Okada into a submission, and he does. He puts him in a head and arm choke. What looks like a variation of the money clip, and Okada starts to fade. It looks like he was about to submit or even just pass out. But Okada does make it to the ropes. Khan goes for an arm submission. Okada gets the rope again. A splash on the arm. Does Great Okan. And a vertical suplex. And Khan appears to be toying with Okada. And not a good idea until Okada forearm strikes back. But to the ropes goes Okada and nails the running elbow. Another 2 strikes and a kick to a DDT. Okada in the driver's seat. And I do want to point out that Great Okada does sit on the back of Okada in the corner. He does that signature move where he's like just crossing his arms and sitting on him. It looks cool. It's definitely, pro wrestling, 1880s-esque. We love it. It is definitely a cool little spot. But Okada does get back in the driver's seat. He fires back, puts Great Okada in a flapjack. Pinatempo E2. He puts Great Okada in the money clip, puts him on the top rope, delivers a high drop kick to Great Okan, sending him outside the rail. Outside, Okada pulls Khan by the braid onto the rail, sets him up for a DDT on the floor that looked vicious, looked sick. Ref starts counting. Khan comes to and is thrown back into the ring. Okada looking for some high-impact moves, gets countered and blocked. Khan hits the running neckbreaker drop, runs to Okada, gets kicked 3 times, but he hits those Mongolian chops, the double chops, and brings Okada to his knees. Gut-wrench suplex executed fabulously by Great Khan. Pin attempt only 2. Okada tries to strike back, but an atomic drop that applies the sheep killer. Great Khan couldn't make this stuff up. Okada gets the break. Great Khan strikes, but Okada hits that German suplex, drop kicks, Falcon Arrow. You see Okada building momentum for what goes for the Rainmaker. Khan reverses and applies the claw that like, it's not even a mandible claw, it's just a claw in the head. It looks awesome. Goes for an eliminator, but Okada counters. Khan throws Okada overhead, hits TFO. Okada kicks out though, the pinfall. Khan attempts a choke slam. They both attempt a couple more finishers, but in the end, Okada lands that Rainmaker lariat just after the 5-minute warning. And Okada is your victor, your winner. He is victorious on night 1. He's 1-0. And as I mentioned, Okada, he takes on Phantasmo in the main event of night 3. Great Khan, he will take on KENTA the second match of night 3. So that should be interesting. Love this match. Fun match. Great Khan started to remind me of a character on pro wrestling. And not any particular pro wrestling. I'm talking about that NES pro wrestling game. If you know it, you know what I'm talking about. He's like a hybrid of the King Corn Khan and the Amazon. Okay? With his moves and his appearance, I love it. He belongs on a retro pro wrestling remake. Okay, put Great Khan in one of those remakes of a pixel kind of pro wrestling match. I loved it. Want to see more Great Khan. Very happy he's in the G1 Climax. So we on match 6. About 3 more matches to go. A Block, Yota, Tsuji, Kaito, Kiyomiya. Yota Tsuji, I'll say it a couple times, he's a beast. Okay, the guy is a beast. Okay, former college pro football quarterback. Okay, and he looked like he could have gone. I mean, he probably could have. I mean, wouldn't have been surprised if this guy would have gone pro because he is jacked, athletic. Okay, fast. Apparently, he was the quarterback on a team that did mostly quarterback running game. Okay, and so he would hold the ball for like 80% of the time, and probably based on that style of offense, he's probably running over dudes left and right like a fullback. Okay, guy's a beast. I keep saying it, and it shows in this match. But Kaito Kiyomiya, he's kind of a sleeper. I mean, he comes from pro wrestling. No, I don't know much about him. They said that New Japan has not really seen his fierce side. Well, we saw it tonight, so let's go over it. He comes out with his feathers and tassels. He's got feathers and tassels. He's got feathers, the tassels under the arms. He's got feather wings on the top of the arms. Okay, little overkill, but it worked. So the bell sounds, and right off, even before the bell sounds, what am I saying? Before Kaito could get in the ring, Yota leaps over the top, lands on Kaito Kiyomiya. Huge jack, 260 plus pound dude, leaps over the top ropes, lands right on Kaito like a luchador. And I'm kind of surprised that the bell rang when it did, because they were still outside fighting. Okay, and Yuta, he is just kind of toying with Kaito, knee into the face plant and a kick, forearm strikes exchange, chops exchange, suplex by Yota, countered into a hit to the knee, but he fires back with a backbreaker, does Yota. Pin attempt only 2. Okay, so they're back in the ring, chops by Kaito, and one more, and Yota is wincing, okay, with the pain from the chops. But he goes for a running front kick and gets caught in a dragon corkscrew. Kaito is in charge now with elbow drops. He's landing these elbow drops, takes Yota to the post. He goes outside, drags Yota from the ring to the post, slams his leg to the post, and
continues to kick Yota. Strike by Yota, but then a crossbody forearm by Kaito. Knees to Yota's knee again, working that knee, and a drop kick by Kiyomiya. Forearm strikes by Yota Tsuji, but a drop kick by Kaito. Yota stops the momentum with a double stomp in the corner. Just kind of manages to get this quick double stomp. Looked vicious, but it was quick. It was quick thinking by Yota Tsuji. And Huracan by Yota then. Running shoulder block and a power slam. Okay? Quick. Just keep in mind how big this guy is doing these moves. He runs the ropes, gets caught with a drop kick to the knee, another dragon corkscrew by Kaito, and into the figure four. Yota rolls it up, he rolls it over, does Yota to kind of reverse it, but then Kaito reverses it again. So they're just rolling to the ropes is mainly Yota to get the rope break. That's what he's trying to do. So the figure four is broken up. Missile drop kick, however, by Kaito from the top. Yota tries to strike, and he tries to strike but gets countered with a German suplex into a pin attempt. Kaito goes for a tiger suplex. Yota fights it off, and he goes for it again. But this time he getting him over. But Yota lands on his feet. They start striking each other, and Yota lands this lariat in kind of a desperate attempt to knock off Kaito, which he does. But they're both down. Yota gets up first, goes for a suplex. It's countered into a drop kick. Yota gets right back up, and kicks Kaito to hell. A Falcon Arrow, just a spiked kind of Falcon Arrow for a pin attempt. Curb stomp by Yota. You think it's over. Nagori special countered into a Frankensteiner pin attempt. Looked like Ultimo Guerrero kind of pin, Frankensteiner pin. High knee, tiger suplex into a bridge. Barely, not a 3. Okay, the ref even had to kind of slow it down because he was like, "Wait a minute, this is not the finish." Awesome slam before the Shining Wizard, and the pin at 15 minutes. Kaito Kiyomiya defeats Yota Tsuji. So pretty cool. Wasn't expecting it, but the intensity that Kaito was building up was too much for Yota to handle. Like I said, Yota Tsuji is incredible, but he is green. You know, Kaito is experienced, and it shows. It really does show. Yota takes on Narita, and Kaito takes on Chase Owens night 3. 2 more matches. 7th match, B Block Taichi versus Will Ospreay. This is probably the match of the night, and you know, Will Ospreay comes out second, okay? I believe, yes, he comes out second. His music is really intense. If you've ever like heard him come out, and it's you know, kind of like emo metal, but it's cool. It's cool. And he's on top of the world. Okay, is Will Ospreay now. He's holding that IWGP United States Championship. He's beaten arguably the top guy in the world. Okay, he is arguably now the top wrestler in the world. Okay, he's definitely in contention. He's definitely in the conversation now. As if he wasn't already. And he can tell his swagger, his aura of confidence is as high as it gets. And Taichi comes out. He's singing karaoke. He's singing his Phantom of the Opera match, and I love it. So Taichi comes off like the less aggressive of the two. And they begin with strikes, fierce spin kicks by Taichi, front kicks by sends Ospreay right out the ring. Okay, Ospreay tries to get back in the ring, gets hit again. Okay, so Taichi's not playing around. And outside, Ospreay catches, so Taichi goes outside, Ospreay catches him off guard, strikes, throws him to the barricade, and he tries again, but Taichi blocks, so Ospreay headbutts him twice, sends him to the barricade again. Ospreay tosses Taichi around like a rag doll throughout the Hokkaido Prefectural Sports Arena, kicking him, throwing him into the chairs. Red Shoes at one point the ref tries to tell them to get back in the ring. But Ospreay's like, yeah, okay, but not before he hits that DDT on the floor, which looks sick. Count starts. Taichi gets back in the ring after about 16, and Ospreay's just toying with him. Okay, catches him with a drop kick, a neck breaker onto the floor, again knocking Taichi out this time. Okay, I wouldn't have been surprised if this match was going to end with a count out. And Ospreay's just sitting there waiting, just telling him to get up, boy. And he gets back in at 18 this time. Ospreay just sends, by the time he gets back in, Ospreay's already setting up for a springboard clothesline, nails it, and a pin attempt only 2. At this point, Ospreay thinks he just has in the bag, so he's expecting some retaliation. He's like, get up, get up. He lifts Ospreay. I mean, I'm expecting some retaliation from Taichi. He lifts up Taichi, throws him to the corner. Taichi doesn't even make it to the other corner. He falls down on the mat. And Ospreay's like shouting to the crowd in New Japan, "This is your boy, this is your boy." He goes to the timekeeper, looks at shows the camera the stopwatch. It's at about 6 minutes and 30 seconds. He goes, "Oh yeah, it's, we got plenty of time. There's a 20-minute time limit. I still have plenty of time." Okay, and with his British accent, he goes, I'm gonna make this fucker suffer." That's what he said. "I'm gonna make you fucking suffer." I'm like, okay, yes, hey, that's my best British accent as far as I can do, but it's, I got cousins in England, so I appreciate it. There's something about the British accent that sounds more devious and more asshole-ish when it's a British accent. Okay, and there is no exception with Will Ospreay. So when he wants to be a prick, he is a prick to the fullest. Okay, and almost to the point where I'm just like, I can't even. It's like I'm almost like not almost. I am. I'm like, I want this guy to lose. Okay, he is the ultimate heel when he wants to be, because he's so great in the ring, and he's got a certain look about him that just makes you want to say, I hate this guy. And his voice, he comes off like a prat. His tone, it's great. It's great. And he is just clearly underestimating Taichi at this point, just completely disregarding him. So he gets back there and he does his devastating backbreaker. Okay, look great. Does another one, spinning. He's got Taichi. He's lifted him up. He's spinning and then lands that knee. Devastating. Okay. I love a good backbreaker, and he nails it. But does this half-hearted pin attempt, messing with the crowd, clapping it up, Taichi, go Taichi, and they're chanting Taichi, and he's laughing because he's just mocking the crowd, and hits Taichi with these just offensive kicks and chops. When I say offensive, I mean just lighthearted kicks just to mess with him, to toy with him. A chop by Taichi, he tries to strike back, it's doing nothing to Ospreay. So strong forearm by Ospreay just sends him on the ground, on the mat. Taichi just goes down, and a screwdriver, with a pin attempt, again, so half-ass. He's got his knees on Ospreay and does his flexing. It's ridiculous. He goes for Stormbreaker, but it is fought off. Okay, any minute now you can think that this match is going to end with Ospreay winning. Okay, and he goes to the corner, misses Taichi. Okay, and Taichi lands a sweet kick to the ear, right to the side of the head, hits the ear, and Ospreay strikes him down. But then he starts, going to his ear. Okay, and the commentators are saying that, wow, I mean, he's shaking his head. He is selling this kick to the ear. And they're saying, it looks like a prefrontal lobe has been, pierced, like, his eardrum's been pierced. And Ospreay is now, like, having issues walking, and he's trying to climb the ropes, can't do it. And the commentators are saying, his equilibrium is off. This is the first time I think I've ever seen this. Okay, I heard stories about Ric Flair's equilibrium being off when he was facing Bret Hart due to an injury. This happened in the match, in the ring, and he's selling it. This is part of the storyline, clearly. Okay, I don't think this is how equilibrium, issues due to a frontal lobe eardrum injury. This is not real. This is great. The selling is incredible, because he is giving Taichi a chance to kind of come back, and he's still hitting Taichi, hits him with the Chelsea Grin, does some kicks. Taichi, though, is getting back up, and he's getting more pissed, okay? And they exchange kicks and a major strike to the face, and Taichi, like, he finally hits Ospreay and takes him like he's kind of overpowering him. And what does Taichi do? He takes off his pants. I said it, I did not say it incorrectly. Taichi, I hadn't seen this in a long time. What he likes to do, he wears his wrestling pants. He'll strip. He basically is stripping, okay, and he's wearing his little Speedo tights, okay. Still is part of his gear, but now he's in that mode. And when that happens, the crowd goes crazy. And he's, he doesn't come off. He does not look like a badass. But when he's in this mode and he's attacking, you got to take him a little more seriously. So he does, get caught in his clothesline, and Ospreay goes for the cutter, lands it after a second attempt. Okay, I'm thinking this is it. Only 2 count, however. He goes for hidden blade, misses it, but does land at this second one. Pinfall attempt denied again. And then there's a series of pin attempts between the two. A forearm strike by Ospreay looks like it knocks out Taichi. There's less than 5 minutes, and they're both on the top rope. Big high impact move. What happens? Taichi lands his fierce back suplex slam onto the mat, and then he does another one. For a pin attempt, only 2. Okay, Taichi's just like, he's raging. He goes for Black Mephisto, and it's countered into a back suplex, and Ospreay goes for that hidden blade, but gets caught right into a super kick. And Taichi hits that Black Mephisto for the 1, 2, 3. Let me say it again. Hits that Black Mephisto for the 1, 2, 3. And I was like, I popped for that. That was the one part of the night I was like, whoa. I was very pleased with the outcome, okay? Nobody was expecting. I don't think you could expect Taichi to win this match, okay? But take nothing away from obviously from Ospreay. Don't count Taichi out ever. He's taken out the best of New Japan, and the commentators are saying it. This guy is one of the toughest guys. I was so pleased. I am probably more of a fan of Taichi now than ever. Taichi is over, so I'm loving it. Last match, eight match, okay? Another one from the Just 5 guys. SANADA versus Hikuleo, okay? And so far, these last 2 matches, both Just 5 guys. Bell rings. They both get in the ring, okay? Bell rings. Hikuleo hits the high knee. And commentators mentioned this is the biggest guy in the G1 Climax. And it shows because he's literally just leaping, walking over the top ring rope like Diesel, like Kevin Nash. Have no idea how big this guy was until you really see him against the ref and SANADA. Kind of dwarfs SANADA. And so he hits the high knee and goes for a power slam, but SANADA holds on to the ropes. Hikuleo runs to SANADA, who is ready, rolls him up for a 2 count. Hikuleo hits SANADA with a chop, sends him into the corner. Hikuleo slams SANADA into the edge of the ring. Okay, look good. 2 chops to SANADA. He's calling for one more and another. To the audience, he's like, one more. And they're like, yeah, one more. So he chops him, and then one more and another. Picks up SANADA, but is thrown into the post. He's thrown into the corner post and then into the barricade. SANADA, he's back in control. He picks up Hikuleo and tries to throw him again, but it's reversed, and he's thrown into the barricade again. Ref counts until Hikuleo throws SANADA back in the ring, chops SANADA, throws him into the corner, back body drop, and a pin attempt. Kick out at 2. Suplex attempt diverted, and SANADA hits the drop kick to the knee. Then another to Hikuleo, who falls to the floor, and a beautiful plancha by SANADA, and SANADA's fired up. I've seen SANADA do this type of series of maneuvers. He likes to wrestle outside the ring, based on what I've seen, more recently. Okay, I'm kind of starting to see the patterns of SANADA. I like it. It's not boring. He, caters to the audience, and he does a lot of cool moves on the outside. Fires up the crowd. He brings Hikuleo back in the ring. Goes to lift up Hikuleo, but Hikuleo hammers SANADA, okay? He goes for the moonsault, does SANADA, gets caught, snake eyes, and a clothesline into a suplex for a pin attempt. Looked good. Hikuleo goes for another suplex, but SANADA reverses it into a suplex of his own. SANADA goes for the moonsault, misses it, lands on his feet, however. Goes for a Hurricane Rana, but Hikuleo catches him or holds on to him during it and just whatever you want to call it, lands that running stampede Okay, so clearly the aggressor. Hikuleo is obviously the stronger of the two. At one point, though, SANADA, he goes for deadfall, and he almost hits it, but Hikuleo hits that power slam. That's one of his signature moves, lands it. SANADA counters with a choke slam, and hits that Shining Wizard. Okay, surprising. I was like, wow, nice little choke slam. He counters the choke slam with the Shining Wizard and hits the Shining Wizard. Just kind of deflects it, the choke slam. Hikuleo, he counters that deadfall again, and counters Frankensteiner. Hits that huge power bomb. Let me just stress, huge power bomb. Lifts him up, slams him. Wasn't like a Kevin Nash, jackknife where he like lifts him up and then just kind of drops him. Lifts him up, slams him down. Looked vicious, okay? And calls for the godsend, but it is countered into deadfall. He does SANADA hit that deadfall, and he gets that 1, 2, 3. He gets the victory. Kind of wasn't expecting SANADA to lose his first match. I kind of like how Hikuleo, or SANADA rather, was going to lift up Hikuleo for a body slam, and Hikuleo's like, nope, stops him in the trap, stops hammering him down. They really kind of sold who was it was a David versus Goliath kind of match, and I liked it. Hikuleo takes on Gabe Kidd. SANADA takes on, who was it again? He takes on Shota Umino. Should be a great match for night 3. At the end of the night, SANADA, he thanks the crowd. He tends to do this at the end of the night. He thanks the crowd for coming. He loves, New Japan loves Hokkaido, loves Sapporo, and big fans of the Prefectural Sports Arena, Hokkaido, and he gives a shout out to Taichi. He's like, hey, 2 guys of the 5 guys have won, the last 2 matches. Let's give it, give it up for Taichi. Crowd starts chanting Taichi. Taichi comes out, essentially doing plugs for his YouTube video, his YouTubing. I believe SANADA mentions that he's like, hey, yeah, you're definitely going to be streaming with the match you just had. People giving it up. I mean, you got to be, people, it was kind of like a big, reminder that, hey, he just beat arguably the best in the world. And beat him fair and square too, and it was a cool match. So that's gonna definitely be like the match of the week. Everybody's gonna be watching this match to see that Will Ospreay lost. So very excited for night 2. Okay, night 2 is gonna be stacked. Okay, right off the bat, Tomohiro Ishii versus David Finlay, Hiroki Goto versus Toru Yano. I think that obviously the first match Finlay's probably gonna win. I give it to Goto, but never count Toru Yano out. Okay. Then we got Mary Nichols, Aaron O'Hare, Mikey Nichols, Aaron Hinar, Shane Haste, Alex Coughlin, Shingo Takagi versus Eddie Kingston. I got to give it to Shingo Takagi to win this match. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Zack Sabre Jr. Can't wait. Tanga versus your boy Evil. Okay, love Evil. Tetsuya Naito versus Jeff Cobb. Gonna be looking forward to these matches. And on that note, I'm going to go ahead and check out. I'm going to watch night 2 today. Try to get a nice review in. Can't wait for the rest of this G1 Climax to proceed. I should have at least maybe 1 or 2 more videos in me before the surgery. And on Wednesday, which I'll be out for a while. But please hit the likes and go ahead and add your comments. Tell me what you think of night 1. Tell me what you think of, who you thought should have won, or if you think that, who do you think is going to win this whole thing. I want to watch night 2 and see what's going on in Block C and Block D before I start to give some predictions, get more of an idea. But, yeah, it's going to be a fun time. Wish you all the best. Great to be back. You all have enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Ever notice how you look close somebody once in a while? You shouldn't have fucked with. That's me.